hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan, Senior. Grateful and thankful for this day, for this time, and this opportunity to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is a daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is indeed a good thing. And I'm so glad, so grateful that you're here with us on today as we did prepare to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Y'all already know what we on this week. We're talking about when grief shows up. We talked about what happens when grief shows up in the morning, what happens when grief shows up in the memory. Today, we have our third installment, and I'm super duper excited about it. Today is day 224. Thank y'all for coming back for some more. We're talking about when grief shows up in your body. What do you do when grief shows up in your body? Can grief show up in the body? How does it show up in the body? What do you do when it shows up in the body? Let's talk about it, y'all. I love it. Here it is. Wrong slide. I am worn out from all my groaning all night long. I flood my bed with weeping and drench my couch with tears. Sometimes, I'm telling y'all, these psalms is the bomb. The laments and all of these things that takes place. There's so much insight, especially when it comes to grieving, wrestling. Y'all, you my cohort, you already know we went up. Lament is so important. Sometimes grief doesn't just show up as tears, right? Sometimes it shows up as tiredness. You feel exhausted. Even though you slept, your body feels heavy. Your energy is gone. You can't concentrate like you used to, right? It ain't just the tears, it's the tiredness. It shows up in the body as exhaustion. And why is that? Because grief is mental, it's emotional, it's physical. I want you to see all of those things running at the same time, like as if they're engines, right? And emotionally, that engine is running because of grief. And mentally, what are we going to do? What's going to do? The future, the anxiety, the bills is running because of grief. Emotionally, everything that you're feeling, mad or sad, and all of this stuff. Physically, you cry, all of this stuff. All of this will exhaust your systems. You got all of these systems trying to process the loss, the change, and the transition that's taken place. All of this can exhaust, which here it is, mentally and emotionally, you get exhausted. You're going to get exhausted physically, mentally, and emotionally. You running on, all of these things are running. You're going to get exhausted. What? Physically. Your body feels heavy, your energy is gone, you can't concentrate like you used to. You may even find yourself wondering, why am I so tired all the time? How many of y'all went through exhaustion or have gone through exhaustion as it relates to grief, and you felt just like extremely tired? So tired you couldn't get out the bed. So tired you couldn't pick yourself up. So tired it was hard to manage to do anything because you had this exhaustion that has come over your body. Find yourself wondering, because grief isn't something we experience only with our hearts. We carry grief in our bodies too. David understood this. Psalm 6, his sorrow was so intense that he described himself as physically worn out from grieving. Ain't that crazy? Sorrow so intense that you just feel physically worn out, not from running, worn out, not from lifting weights, worn out from grieving. That's because emotional pain can be exhausting. Your body is processing memories. Your heart is adjusting to absence. Your emotions are constantly shifting. Even when you aren't consciously thinking about your loss, your body may still be carrying its weight. Even all of that stuff is running in the background. It's like apps on your phone. Even if you ain't using that app, if you don't close out the app, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, Close it out. It's still running in the background. Thank you, Jesus, for the illustration, which brings down the energy of your phone. Your battery drains, quicker because you're not on the app, but you also didn't close out the app. So it's running in the background, which he gives spot on, just right on time. So it drains down your battery faster, right? You got to close it out. Same thing when it comes to grief, right? Same thing when it comes to grief. Even when you're not consciously thinking about your loss, your body may still be carrying this way. That's why caring for yourself physically can become part of caring for yourself. So that's why caring for yourself physically can become part of caring for yourself spiritually. I can't read. Sometimes the most faithful thing you can do is rest. If you're in my cohort, you already know this was going forward. We talked about this. After we went upward, inward, outward, we said we're going forward. And it was self-care, was the spiritual discipline that we was talking about. Taking care of yourself in this season of grief. Sometimes the most spiritual thing, the most faithful thing you can do is rest. Take the nap, drink the water, take the walk, eat something nourishing, sit quietly, breathe. Sometimes the most faithful thing you can do is rest. Take care of your body. What does my body need? We talked about this. What does my body need? What do I need? Do I need rest? Do I need a nap? Do I need some water? Do I need some nourishment? You think about it, and we don't do people right. When someone dies and people bring food over, and we don't want you to have to cook all that. We mean well, and we bring over some of the most processed, unhealthy food. Fried chicken. We're gonna bring this fried chicken and this soda, all of this sugar, right? And of course, nobody is thinking in that moment, I want to eat healthy. I don't want the fried. Just bring me some Panera. Ain't nobody. A lot of times we want comfort food because we want to be comforted because we just went through, loss, change, and transition. But as you navigate through the process, you got to remember, what does my body need? My body is a high operating vehicle. I got to give it premium fuel, right? And when it comes to grief, even looking at yourself physically, where are you at? You got to determine what you need. What do you need? Elijah, 1 Kings 16, 1 Kings 19, he was depressed. He was sad. He was grieving, and he was dealing with some stuff. He didn't, in that moment, right? He needed a nap. He needed a sandwich. He went to sleep under the juniper tree and woke up, and there was some bread and some water there. He ate and drank and went back to sleep. Woke up, had some more. Sometimes you got to be in tune with what does my body need? Water, rest. Do I need to go for a walk? Sit quietly, breathe, right? You don't have to feel guilty because your body needs more care during this season. God created your body. He understands its limitations. You don't have to feel guilty. Your body needs more care in this season. You got to care for yourself, care for your vehicle. Remember, even Jesus rested when he was tired. When grief shows up in your body, don't immediately criticize yourself for not having more energy. No, don't do that, right? Your body is under a lot of stress because of what you're going through. Processing the loss of your child, your parent, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, your body is under a lot of stress. You got to nourish your body. You got to know what you need. Self-care is not selfish. You got to be in tune to what you need. You got to listen. Your body may simply be saying what your heart hasn't had the words to express. It's been carrying a lot. Listen to your body. Your body is talking. Them aches and pains right now. I just need to stretch though. But look, it's listening to your body and know, yeah, you worked out. You didn't use your muscle gun. You just need to stretch, right? I didn't stretch this morning. Listen to your body. Your body is always speaking. Your body's always talking. The other day, Sunday, man. Sunday, I was sweating so much preaching. So Sunday is my official weigh-in day. So I weigh in before church. I weigh in the morning. I weigh in before I jump in the shower, go to church, all that stuff. Sunday, I sweated so much, right? And I had to go to this phenomenal play and came home. So I was taking another shot. I said, let me weigh myself again. This Sunday, I ain't ate nothing, drank nothing. I went to church, preached, sweated a lot. 2.7 pounds. I had lost 2.7 pounds just preaching and sweating Sunday morning, right? And so Sunday evening, we're headed to this event. And I said, my body, mouth dry, this, that, and that. I said, I'm dehydrated. My body is speaking, saying, yeah, you're dehydrated. You haven't nourished me with enough water. So for the next day, next to that, you know what I'm saying? I said yesterday, I got my water. Your body's hydrated. I got to listen. I listen to my body. I'm dehydrated. I need some water. You got to listen to your body. You've been carrying a lot. Sometimes healing means giving yourself permission to put some of it down. Listen to your body. When it shows up in your body, listen to your body. Here is your point of application. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Choose one simple way to care for yourself. Rest, take a walk, eat well. Simply slow down and receive it without guilt. Today, my brothers and sisters, day 224. Thank y'all for coming back for some more. When grief shows up in your body, listen to your body. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm on the school back in session, so I'm on drop off duty this morning, so I gotta run. But I hope and pray y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, for another Good Morning Grief devotion.